Okay guys, in this tutorial we're gonna learn how to pass things to methods. Why? Because sometimes you need generic solution for specific task and you need to have a way to pass stuff to that dedicated workers in your application. So parameters for methods, how to get them, how to use them. So enough with theory, let's go to practical solution. For example, static void, and we are going to create like calculator that will do all 4 basic mathematical operations. So let's name it results because I'm not creative, and here you need to specify with what kind of data types we are working with, and I'm gonna use double and then X or A or B or C, whatever will represent any real result a little bit later when we use those methods. In this case, calc. Is that enough? No, we need 2 numbers to operate with. So, double epsilon. What about operations? Well, console, right line. On the left side we're gonna have addition, custom report, let's say, and plus, and then we're gonna just add 2 numbers that we have grabbed from here. So right, we also need another operations, primary one like subtraction and multiplication and division, and you know this up till now, negative and star and division. Right, question, how to use these things? Extremely easy. Just go to main section, little bit of space, call calculator with parentheses, and then whatever you provide here will work, as long as those things are numbers, because of this double, okay? But you need to provide 2 things. It is demanded by a structure of your method. This is what you are demanding, right? Okay, so 1050 and comma, because of this comma, this is how you delimit perimeters in a C#, and 5.25, something like that, and let's run this thingy. We're gonna get the accurate results. There you go, guys. This is accurate. You can use calculator like in Windows, whatever. You can check those results, but everything is fine. Okay, what about whole numbers, about integers? Well, let me test that. Results, and I'm gonna provide just 10 and just 5 here, whole numbers, and for simplicity reasons I don't need this line, so I'm gonna put those things in the comment section, which means not usable at the moment. Okay, let's see what's happening. There you go, correct results. So that's the story about method that grabs some kind of numbers, and let's create a method that will accept strings. Right, that will be fun. String, oh sorry, static void, let's call it a person, person, because we're going to grab let's say last name and first name. So string is a data type. I'm gonna use X. It's really not important what it is, it's up to you. And also epsilon, you can use it here and here without any kind of problems, because these 2 methods are dedicated. They are like in their own scope, so don't worry about using same stuff for a name for parameters. Don't worry about that. Okay, so after that let's put concatenation into some kind of results. So string is a end result. Let's have a name for it, a result, because I'm extremely creative with naming things. I hate that. And then we will concatenate that X, whatever it is as a name, plus a little bit of space, because it's nice to have a little bit of space between last name and first name, and plus epsilon, which stands for last name. Anyway, guys, that's one instruction. Is that enough? No, we do have it as parameters from here. We do have it as a result concatenated. This is like emulation of some complicated algorithm. It's obviously simple, but it's nice for understanding. And then we will actually use it, because what's the purpose of having something if you are not using it? Right. Console.readline, right line, and then we'll just use result here. Okay, so down there, let's call our function or method. What was the name? Person, right? My memory is weak. Person, and on the left side, because this is a string, we need to use quotes. So John and comma, because we must, and Snow as a second parameter that is actually last name. Okay, so F5, and there you go. That's how you grab strings. What else can we do? Oh, right, default parameters. What if you are extremely lazy, or you need to have some kind of alternative, some kind of backup, where if you forget some of parameters, your method will still work with default stuff. So yes, you can have that. So let's actually do that. First I'm gonna not use this, okay, and here I'm gonna say static void again, name of method, I don't know, def, and here as one parameter, okay, for simplicity reasons, one parameter, we're gonna use x, but it will be 10 as in value, default value. So data type x represent anything that can be provided by end user or us, but the value, if we forget, for example, something, will be 10, and that will be used in calculation. So let's just have here like let's just double this number, whatever it is, console dot write line, and that x that represents anything real that end user types, times, for simplicity reasons, 2, and that's it. Very easy thing to understand. Right, let's use it down there in main method. What was the right? Def, okay, and now if we don't provide any kind of parameter, this will kick in, actually this 10. So it is default stuff that will be used in calculation. What calculation is not important. It is important that you realize that you can use default parameters. So what will be the result? Well, if we don't provide anything, it will be 20, because 10 times 2, 20. F5, and there you go, 20. If you do provide something like 50, result will be 100, because 50 times 2, 100. So this is disregarded. Why? Because we have real stuff. Okay. There you go. Can you use this method interchangeably, like you do have parameter and then you don't have it, and then again you do have parameter like 100? Well, obviously, no problem. There you go. So how awesome is that? This is especially useful, for example, if you're doing some kind of mathematical calculations in primary and middle school, you know, trigonometry and angles and surface of objects, and if you're doing something, some calculations generally for CNC machines, you're preparing your algorithm, you're developing. I mean, one thing is to do stuff on piece of paper and calculator, and one thing is doing that stuff in like 10 minutes in source code if you know some programming language very well. I mean, for prototyping in anything, guys, I'm gonna openly state I'm gonna roll out with Python, but some people may be like, you know, how C# code is looking alike. Because people are different. Some people will love C++. So the moment when you first time see source code of some programming language, if you click immediately, that's it. That's like a love on first sight. And that happened to me with Python. So go figure. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Source code will be available at the site as soon as possible. And yeah, so see you in next tutorial. Ciao.